Mr.
Hey,
Wade,
how you doing?
how are you, sir? Long
Hey,
time.
long time. Hey, I'm restructuring what I'm doing, and I'm trying to reduce how the leads work, and most of it has to do with trying to get my entry-level people trying to figure out whether a lead is a duplicate as a contact. Is it better to have a lead with very little opportunity or deal information on it, and then once they get to be more than we just asked you for some sort of thing, and then you can go in and do some sort of review process and make them a contact to keep your duplicates down? Or is it better to go ahead and put all the deal information and convert over? What's your opinion?
So the lead that comes in, did you qualify him?
No, they're just coming in off the web, or I've got them from some other way, or referral, or whatever it may be, but they haven't expressed interest outside of just, barely knocking on the door.
Awesome. When the lead comes in, so that will be considered as a new business, right?
Yes.
Right. I will always have the leads, the ones that I didn't talk to yet. I will always have them here. I will never move them past this stage. The reason is that if someone will ask me how many serious people I have in my database, I will check only my contacts. Those are serious people. I talk to them and I know that they have some kind of an interest in my business. Might be vendors or contacts, but they have some kind of an interest in my business. People in the leads might submit some contact form. Maybe they have some interest, but I never qualify them, me or one of the team members. We don't know who they are. They will never pass the lead stage, never. Is that making sense?
It does, but are you not cleaning up your leads then? So if you have Jim Smith as a lead and he makes it to contact, then he's always in there as a lead. You just ignore the lead from then on out?
So we have a small function that we created. Whenever a new lead comes in, it will, exactly when it comes in, it will check in my contacts, and it will know if the person is already a contact.
Based on email or mobile or something?
It's just a report. It's just a report that we have on a daily basis, and it's just showing us all the people that came as leads and they're already contacts. Most of the time it will be empty. It's rare that we have contacts coming as leads. Usually people that are already contacts, they talk to you, they have your email, they reply to the email, they call you. They're not coming anymore as new leads from the website. It's rare.
Okay. Are you having to get a human being to do the comparisons between the leads and the duplicate contacts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is why it's a report. In the past, we used to grab it based on the company name or based on the email. It never works well. There are always, small fuck ups, and it's not great.
Are you converting though? Are you converting leads to contacts? Or are you just starting fresh with a contact and an opportunity or a deal?
Yeah. So let's say that, great questions. So let's say that I have this dude or duda. So let's clone Kate. So now she's here. Let me convert Kate. Okay. And now you see the system is saying that she's going to be a new account and a new contact.
But you're not, oh, okay, I see.
But wait, let's go back to the leads. I still have Kate here because I duplicated Kate.
Sure.
So now Kate is in the contacts and also in the leads. When I will want to convert Kate, you see it's saying add to existing contact.
Through the unique ID field of email.
It's because of the email address, you see. And now when I click here, it's asking you. Sometimes you will have multiple contacts with the same details. And when you select, right, it knows what to do with it.
Okay.
So now they're being merged and they're one.
All right. And then I guess after that you can convert, and then when you get a new opportunity deal, you just create a blueprint off that to to go back and update your contact and all the rest of the stuff, or vice versa?
We don't really do it with the blueprint. We just update it using, a human is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things that we like to do it with blueprints or with automation.
Mm-hmm.
My direction with automation, because I also pay for it, right? It's not coming free to me because I need to pay for man hours. I will have automation on something that is worth my money. So if it's something that will take, let's say, 10 hours a week,
Mm-hmm.
and the expense will be 10 hours of development,
Mm-hmm.
that's okay, because 40 hours a month, 10 hours of development, that's no brainer. But those kind of things not happening to us too much. So
Okay.
for us, it doesn't make sense to have any blueprint or any automation on those duplications. One thing that I can tell you, you see here you have under the leads, contacts, I think also the accounts, I will check in a second. You see de-duplicate leads?
Yes.
So when you run that, it's asking you where you want to run it. So let's say on the email, phone number, and mobile. I run the merge, and now the system in a few seconds, it will pop up here and it will tell me which leads the system was not able to merge because
Mm-hmm.
they are a bit different, and those I will need to do them manually. And that's something that we do on a weekly basis.
But you're just doing that per module, right? You're not doing that
Per module. That's right.
Okay.
You see, so we have here 2 duplicates, or the system thinks it's a duplicate. I will
Mhm.
click on view, and now you can see record 1, record 2. And when I'm going over, I can select the correct value.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's say this is supposed to be nothing because this is garbage, obviously. Okay, and I can change here. And then when I'm merging them, they will become 1. And that's something that our office is doing on a weekly basis across the leads, contacts, and also the accounts. I think the accounts will also have the duplicate. So those 3, the opportunities will not have it. Yeah, so those 3, leads, contacts, and accounts, you deduplicate, let's say on a weekly basis, and then you're good.
Okay. And you're not having any additional problems from that very often, just where somebody deduplicates and they end up messing up some sort of process that it's in there. I mean, that's pretty rare. Or do you have somebody fairly smart, competent that's doing that, or is it pretty much a low-level employee?
You will have problems, my friend, with anything that you...
I want guarantees, man.
Not today.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks.
You will have problems, yeah. But it's humans, right?
Sure.
This is the game. Okay, Mr. Basil. Let me open your mic. Okay, Basil, your mic is open.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you, my friend?
I'm well. I'm glad to see you back.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Anyway, I even forgot what my question was.
How do you update information on the contacts from the next deal?
So what happens is, when we have a contact, they come in our case, we're in the travel business, and we have some specific questionnaires, for instance, health related questions. Now, I am collecting that information on 2 modules. I'm collecting it on the contact module because I feel it's important to have the information of the health information of that individual in the contact module. And I'm also collecting on a special module called passengers. So each passenger has its own record and has that information as well. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing it, but I feel that that information is serious enough to have in the one place and also referenced in the other place. Maybe I'm wrong, but nonetheless. Now, the next time, let's say that the people traveled this year, and now they're going to travel next year. This information, the updated information that comes in, I have a form that comes in, and they go in and they update the record I might answer my own question by the end of the time I answer you. But this information that comes in will go into the contact, and it will update the contact and the passenger form with the new information that came in. But sometimes it starts creating a duplicate record, and I'm not quite sure why. I noticed that, sometimes it comes in with my name on it, and sometimes it comes in
Is
with
it a deluge function?
Huh?
Is it a deluge function?
No, it's not a deluge function. This is a, it's just the information comes in from a form that I sent out, and the form goes out with a function, and then when it comes back, yeah, it goes out with when somebody will contact us. There is it's a send email. It's not a function. It's most of the time it's manual because.
But you do it with Zoho Forms.
Yes.
Okay. This is your problem. In the integration,
It's who's sending out the email, right?
Let me grab a different form. This is
now will become immemorialized in the Lior system.
Okay, so let's say that you have that.
It's a big honor, by the way.
Thank you, my friend. So we have here in the integration section, this is what you do, right? You integrate, you have your whatever, right?
Correct. And the upsert.
Sure, no problem. The upsert, I recommend you not to ever use it. I don't think that it's working perfectly.
Okay.
But check it out. When you have in the builder, you have a field name, the CRM, Zoho CRM.
Correct.
Okay. When you integrate, and let me just show you again, when I go to integrate, you see what I have? I have just here the integrate with Zoho CRM, no other options. Okay, so this is what I have now. When I'm going and throwing the CRM field, and we're talking now in your system, it will be the contacts, right?
Correct.
And here the field, let's just select the last name. This is not really relevant. Most people don't know what this field is doing, but when you're using the Zoho CRM as an internal document, internal form, this is being used to select the person. Okay, so I heard lots of rumors of what it's doing. So this is exactly what it's doing. Now, when this field is here, you can also, if you want, you can just make it an hidden field, and that would be from this guy. So people will not see it. So
Correct.
if I am going now to access the form, I just see name and phone. We good until now?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. If I go now to the integration, magic, new record, related list, update record. In the update record, you update your contact. Make sense?
So you don't use the upsert, you use the update instead of the upsert.
Correct. In the related list, if the passengers are related, you can have here your contacts, and now it will be one of them will be the passengers. And then you update the passenger.
Okay.
Or create the passenger, depending on the case. So this is option that you can do. But this is the contact. You update the contact for sure, and you might have a small deluge function that is going back and forth between the passenger and the contact. I personally think that if I were you, I would probably create an hierarchy that you have. One second. So it will look something like that. You have the trip. Come on. Okay. So you have the trip, the trip might have multiple of those, and that will be the contacts and the accounts. So you can have many of them for every trip.
Correct.
Right? So that will be, let's say, because you can have multiple families in one trip, right?
Correct.
So you can have multiple families. Each family will have one or more contacts.
Correct.
And those will be used as the passengers, the contacts. Did you try this model before?
Yes. I'm not. The truth is that it's everything is in development, and I know you're supposed to have your roadmap all mapped out. However, there's a corner, and every time that I try to do that, so you know the system is always being, at least up to now, is being. But this is exactly how we've done it up to now. Where the family has
working for you?
It is, you know,
okay.
Partially anyway. I think when I'm all done with it, I'm going to redo the whole system from the beginning again, from scratch. But still, you know, but this is the way it's working right now. The trip has, you know, the several families, and each family has put. I guess you can put that arrow from trip to family 1 and family 2, correct? And then each one of them. Right.
So it will be something like that.
Right, correct.
Yeah, you get my point, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now when the most important thing you said up until now, I mean, everything that you're saying, by the way, is very important, but the most important thing you said up to now is that use, and the forms part, do not use the upsert option and use the update contact option, because I think that's what might be what's causing the big problem.
Yeah, in general, I never use the upsert. There is something, I don't know why, but there is something about the upsert that it's not perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I was being lazy not to do the, you know, all of the work that is required in the forms, and use, you know, do the update record as well. But you know, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, try it. Update works perfectly.
Now and I'm going to let you go because there's a lot of people behind me, or I'm hoping anyway. When you're using when you're sending out the email, if it comes from a different email, for instance, me and Carol, right? I send out an email and Carol sends out an email, and it's for I think that it must be in the forms setup where the email comes from. No, it's got to be in the CRM.
It can't be, because when the email is going to be sent from the contact.
Right. So the CRM is the one that's sending out the email, and that's the one that's sending out the.
That's right.
Okay, the email. So I got to make sure. I got to make sure in the automation part that it always comes from info@realgrease, for instance, rather than the individual who's sending out the email.
It doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter who is sending the email. What's important is who is receiving the email, because the form is going to be related to the contact that received the email.
Okay.
This is critical.
Okay.
We good until now?
Perfect until now. You clear.
Perfect is better than better.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Why stop halfway? I appreciate your help every single time.
Anytime, my friend. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Michael Wedley. Let me open your mic. Mr. Michael, here you are. Your mic is open, Mr. Michael.
Good morning, Lior. How are you?
Very good, sir. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. What we're currently having issues with is when we have converted a sales opportunity or a lead into a contact, and we're getting the information from the Zoho form, and we've created custom fields because we're an event production company, and we're having issues with taking that data into books and pushing that information into the custom forms into books. And we're hoping we could get some help with that.
Okay. What are the custom fields that you're using?
Event type, like, is it a corporate event? Is it a wedding? And then the event date and time, which is all on our Zoho form.
So wait, so we have event type.
Yep.
Event type. What else?
Event type, event date.
Mm-hmm.
And event location.
Good. And what is the use of those fields in Zoho Books?
Well, I would like for it to do multiple things, but as of right now, we're stuck at just getting the information to carry over versus manually entering it every time. But in reality, the event date, we would like for us to send, you know, payment reminders. The event type, we would like for different email campaigns, and then event location is not that important. We haven't figured out ways to utilize that to our advantage yet.
So the event type, let's talk about that. Okay, using Zoho Books, right? Not Zoho Invoice.
That's correct.
Good. Okay. So first of all, in Zoho Books, and you want it in the invoice, or where this?
In the estimate. In the estimate, and then I'd like for it to carry over to the retainer invoice and then the invoice as well.
I don't know if there is a conversion mapping between them. Let's check it out. So first of all, if we go to the estimate, okay, we need to create some field customization, and that will be the event type. That I assume will be some kind of a drop down, right?
Right.
Okay. So we'll have the different options. Until now, we're good?
Yes.
Okay. Now we need, let's see the integration point in Zoho. We'll see if we can convert it. The information is being pushed from the account and contact. Not sure how to push that without a script. No, I do not have a way to do it from here. What else I can offer you? How do you create the estimate from the opportunity?
So we are having the deals, because there's that function to create automatic estimate from the deal. That's correct.
So you have some kind of a button on the deal? Like that?
No. So there's I think it's a new update where when you convert when you create an opportunity, you can automatically create an estimate as well. And then it's kind of like, so like basically what it does is for the estimates, it just says the person's name and the value as a line item in the estimates automatically. I think it's new.
I never saw this feature before. This feature, does it have any kind of settings that you can select what information is being pushed?
Not that I've seen, actually. It's something that I just started using about a week or two ago, and unfortunately what it's doing is creating duplicate estimates because for some reason it lags. So by the time we go to, we take the lead, we convert, we create a opportunity, and then we convert and we go to the actual contact, then it's not there. And so, but after we create the first one, then it just magically pops up. So it's not a very useful tool just yet because it seems to lag. But yeah, so I think you're right about the script, and that's something that hopefully I believe you and I have a meeting next tomorrow that we can kind of go over and work on that, and also the automation that you guys have spoke about in regards to the opportunities to have them automatically close or won deals once the estimates are accepted in books as well.
Okay. So that's probably will be your solution. So there will be a create estimate button. Once you click on it, it's magically creating the estimate in Zoho Books, and it will have all the details, and we can push, the deal type or whatever, the date of the event. And once the information is also coming from CRM, it's or the automation to remind them to pay the invoice can be from Zoho Books, or it can be from Zoho CRM, probably Zoho Books. Zoho Books has a section here of automation and also automatic reminders that you can set them based on time. So you can say, for example, as long as it's not paid, shoot it 5 days before the due date, 20 days before the due date, right? Because you need to go backwards. From the due date, you go down before.
Right. So is it possible here to have that work off of a custom field, a date field? Because it seems like all of these reminders only work off of like the due date, because then that means that we're then having to take another step and continue to set that every time and look and do the math every time based on the events, because we have events that book out a year or two in advance.
So this is going to work like that. So you have here a workflow, you see, and that will be 20 days before, and here you will have the due date, right?
The event date?
Event, exactly.
Okay.
So it will be 20 days before event day, 50 days, whatever it is. And as long as the estimate is not approved, or as long as the invoice is not paid, whatever it is, but it's just rules that we can plug in.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. And so, cool. Thank you so much. And you confirmed that I just couldn't figure it out, but if there's scripts, of course, that's where we need you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Mr. Daniel, the guys from Spain. Your mic is open, Daniel.
Yeah, hello, Leo, my friend.
Mr. Daniel, the Spanish guy, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good here. Very good temperature still, end of October.
Yeah, don't rub it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. I just put you the question. We have a presential meeting in Palma, and there we ask the new leads to sign up in a form. And 2 or 3 hours after the meeting, I want to send them a survey that they vote how they did like.
Yes.
And then exactly, this is one thing. And in the survey, if they make some vote for something, I want to be part of the group, then I want to make a special action. And if they don't answer the survey, I want to remind them 2 times, 3 days later and maybe 1 week later, if they haven't done the survey. And there I'm struggling, and I'm confused with the Zoho one to use the Zoho campaigns or the Zoho marketing hub. This other one, I went into it, but it seems a little bit complex.
Okay.
I don't know which option to try it out, really.
Easy. So we have a form, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the form is pushing? To which module? CRM?
Not necessary, because this is not really good leads. This is
Just tell me.
Okay, I want to have in the CRM.
Okay, so let's create in the CRM, and that will be maybe contacts, and also we'll have an event or a meeting associated with it. Okay? Yes, no, don't want to say yes. Associated. Okay, fine. So let's say that you have a CRM and you have a contact that is going to be created, and there will be a meeting related to it.
Okay.
And that can be done with the Zoho form integration, no problem. You know how to do that?
Yeah, this is easily.
Okay. You see, I told you it's easy. From here, you have now a workflow that's going to run. In the automation seminar that you attended, did we do the surveys? How to send the survey?
No, I think not.
No.
I know how to configure one. I have one running, but like automated.
Okay. Let me just write here. We'll ask Carol to send it to you. 1 second. You should, because you should have it. Office, please send Daniel.
Yeah, because the biggest question is if they, from the result of the survey, then, or that they made the survey, this would be interesting to stop them, to remind them. But if they don't have done the survey, I want to remind them sometimes.
You will get, in the next hour or so, you will get access to the survey scores. So it's step by step, but I will just, here I will also show you, and people that are part of this webinar, they can see how to do it. So you have the meeting form is being sent. Then it's creating a contact in the system or updating an existing contact and creating also a meeting for him. So you might have multiple people like that, right? Okay. Good. So this is step number 1. For each one of those people, you will have a workflow. The workflow is going to work based on which module? What do you think?
Leads.
It's going to be work on the meeting module, because you want 5 hours after the meeting ended.
Ah, okay, okay.
Right?
This the other one is a new module.
If you want to run a new module, you can, but now you're starting to get complicated because now you have people in leads, contacts, and this new module.
Yeah,
I
think
want
I
you to
will
stay
put
with
them.
leads and contacts.
Yeah, I want to stay them in leads and give them just. I will
Done.
add them something in the segmentation and just.
No problem. I like it. As long as you don't create a new module for people, we're good.
Yeah.
That's my
exactly.
only fear, is having multiple. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. That's right. I'm letting my wife to complicate my life. At work, I'm trying to stay simple. So we have here the meeting. The meeting is the meeting form is generating multiple individuals, one or more, that's going to have the meeting. Here I will have a workflow that is working based on the date of the meeting. Yes? Okay. And here you will have some automation. I assume that you want to have, let's say, let's talk 1 second about the fields. So you have here the meeting. Okay, the meeting module, you will need to have some fields to it. So one will be survey sent. Yes, no. And it will make sense in a second. The other one, survey answered, yes, no. Those are the 2 fields that you will need to have in your meeting module. Make sense?
Mhm.
When you're sending it for the first time, okay, so this is after 5 hours,
Mhm.
you're sending the first one, and
This is yes. Mhm.
you're changing it to yes, right? Because you don't want to send the same person twice the same email.
Exactly.
Good. And you know that you need to have here some conditions, but you already know how to do all that.
Yeah. Until there, it's good.
After 15 hours, you check if survey answered
It's a yes. Mhm.
is not yes. So if it's not yes, you send the next one, right?
Mhm.
If it's yes, you don't send the next one. So it's not yes. I did not say is no, because when this module is being set, it might be no, and it won't be also blank.
Yeah. Okay.
And if it's is no, blank will also be considered as yes. So I'm saying is not yes.
Very
And
smart,
then
yeah.
the next email will be again after whatever hours, and that as long as it's not yes. And if someone is answering the survey is changing it to yes. Same what like Zoho Forms, right? You change the value based on the on an hidden field. An hidden field will be server answered will be yes. Make sense?
And where do I put the survey in contact with this lead? Or do I do the survey with a form or with Zoho campaigns or with Zoho survey?
Yeah, those survey can be good for small surveys. Sure.
But I think also can we do this also the survey with the Zoho forms, because I love it's just easy.
Sure, do it. Yeah, you can do it with Zoho Forms. You send an email. The email is being sent to the meeting participant, right? That's it. It's not supposed to be a big problem to do it.
Exactly, because yeah, cool.
Most of the time, those processes works based on an opportunity. So in the opportunity, we will have here some fields. I don't know. No, we don't have it in the system. So you will have here a section. The section will name survey. It will be survey score, like if it's 1 star, 2 stars, 5 stars, general feedback from the client. If the survey was answered yes, no, or if the review was answered yes, no, and if it was sent yes, no. And based on that, you finish a deal, you send your client, you send him an email that says, hey, how was our service? Did you like what we gave you? And so on. So that's very useful for that. So here I'm trying just to mimic the same functionality also to your meetings module. I'm trying just to make it the same. I never did it on the meetings module, but I don't expect it to be any different than the opportunities.
Yeah, I will check this out. This will be possible.
Awesome. Okay, my friend. Very good.
Very good.
Easy. I told you. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. So next question will be for Oscar. Let me open your mic. Okay. Your mic is open.
Hey, how's it going there, Lior?
Very good, my friend. How are you?
All right, good. Can't complain. So yeah, I wanted to know how we can split up larger deals into multiple payments. pretty much we sell, you know, some of our packages are a little bit more expensive. And so usually we'll split it up into a couple different payments. Just want to see what would be the easiest or the best way of doing that with Zoho Books.
Okay. Do you use Zoho CRM for the sales cycle?
Yes, I do.
What will be an average deal? 50, 100, 1 million? What will be the average deal?
Let's say 10,000.
Good. So $10,000 will be an average deal, and you want to slice it to multiple payments, maybe?
Exactly. Yes.
Are those monthly payments?
Yes.
So we'll say $1,000 a month for a year.
We might do like split up between 4 months or something like that.
Do you want it all automatic, or you want to click the buttons?
Ideally, well, it'd be okay if we can click the buttons, because sometimes we'll split it up, the payment for, you know, 3 months. Sometimes they'll say, no, just give it to me in, you know, 2 months or something like that.
Easy. Okay. So when we go, right, you have your Zoho Books, you have your customer. Okay. Until here, you know what I'm doing, right? You're in the customer account. Click on new transaction and you go to recurring invoice. The recurring invoice, you can have here a name, payment plan for Lior 10K. When is the beginning? What is the first payment? So let's say November 1st is the first one, and will run until the end of January. You will have here the product that you want to sell him, 2,500, and then that will run on a monthly basis. Let's change it just to every month. Okay, we also have on our YouTube channel, we have a video that speaks a lot about the recurring functionality. Once you have a credit card on file for the client, do you know how to load credit card on file?
Can you show me how to do that there?
I will. If the credit card is on file, in the preferences, instead of having create an invoice in draft, you can click here. It will create the invoice automatically. It will charge the client automatically and will send the invoice automatically. And if something breaks, you will get a notification on it. So it says set and forget. Now, if you have the client, so let's go to the client page. It's or you click here and you send configure. I don't have credit card in this system, it's a test system. If you have credit card integration like Stripe or any other system, from the account page, the customer page, you will be able to request the customer to send you the payment information. So you click on a button and then it will be or ACH or credit card. They are being loaded, they will be saved in the system, and whenever an invoice is being generated, it will just use the credit card on file. So this is option number one. Option number two, you will have here another link and it will be add card. And it will also be on the left side here. It will be add card in both places. And you can click there, you can add the credit card details, and that's it. From that moment on, every transaction will be charged. Magic. We use it a lot. It's awesome.
All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that answers it. So just one question then. So on the recurring invoice, instead of putting the full amount, we'll put what the monthly payment would be?
Yes. Yes, okay. You go on the monthly payment. Yeah, and that will be the recurring invoices. Yeah, every payment will be 2,500.
Okay. I think that answers my question then.
Okay, and one more thing that I can tell you that is very cool. Usually people that have monthly transactions, at some point they will say, okay, can you tell me what I paid so far? And they waste your time. You can configure here the portal. So you can send the customer, okay, you can send him an email. He's getting an email that's saying, Lior just sent you an invitation to the books portal. They will have access to see all the transactions that they have in the system. Very, very cool.
Perfect. Okay. Now, just for a future, because I was thinking of maybe setting up a portal on the CRM. We can sync this to the CRM portal, I'm assuming then?
The recurring invoices, I don't know if they're being synced to the CRM. The invoices, yes. Estimates, yes. I never checked it. I don't use too much the integration of Zoho Finance with the. I use the integration in terms of pushing information. I don't really use that because when you look here, you're limited to invoices, sales orders, and estimates. But sometimes you use retainer invoices, recurring invoices, so you have more stuff that you're using. So it's more convenient just to go to Zoho Books. So, but you can check it if it works.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Okay. And we have last question. We'll go to Tom. Let me open your mic. Okay, Tom, your mic is open. Okay, until Tom connects with us, he's asking, so I know you have a video on updating the SPF and DKIM, but I have not been able to find it. Can you please send me a link? My guess is good as yours. Just look for it, my friend. I don't have a way to search on YouTube better than you. We have the same capabilities, and I don't really remember where I loaded this video. Okay, guys. So I guess we're done for today. Thank you very, very much for joining me today. Sorry about last week. Zoom is Zoom, and we have some technical difficulties from time to time. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.